Liverpool versus everybody. Pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting there. Disgusting there. I think I said disgusting. But that just shows how much my mind is boggled. Um, this one hurts. I think that's obvious. That's probably an understatement. Especially when it's just not necessary. It shouldn't be allowed that the team comes out after the halftime. Playing the way we did in the first half. We had our moments. We had our chances. Couldn't capitalize on it. But um, the substitutions to me were poor. The timing of it, bringing Gatino off at that point. I don't know if he picked something up or we're just trying to keep him safe, but there's no time for that. We need to win these games. Gatino, not only does he offer his intellect, the confidence in the team. It looks like when he's on the field, the passing, the goal scoring threat, but also from set pieces. I love James Milner. He's done really well for us this season. Set pieces is not his forte. It never has been. I don't imagine that it ever will, at least not for Liverpool. Very poor in set pieces, and we could have used Coutinho on a couple of those set pieces. Who knows if we would have scored from them, but at least we have gotten real chances from them, I think, if Coutinho's in. Coutinho's proven time and time again he's a great corner specialist, amongst other things. So to bring Sturridge on for him at that moment wasn't good. Wasn't a smart thing for me. To bring Matip on at the end there to play long ball after you just talked about Man United and all these other teams playing long ball, I don't get it. That's a desperate move at the end. He put him on earlier. It looks like Klavan was totally out of the game mentally, making really rash challenges. He gives Gylfi Sigurdsson a beautiful assist, probably assist of the year, um, to another team for that third goal. Llorente, really good for them today. Give Swansea credit. They came to play. And their fans traveled pretty nicely too, because there's moments there where they were singing songs and they were loud, and that's all you heard. So I sometimes I wasn't sure if I was at Liberty Stadium or if the game was at Liberty Stadium, or if I was watching the game at Anfield. Really couldn't tell that. I'm not gonna keep talking about the supporters though, because that's an old, tired story. The supporters know that they're weak. We know they're weak watching it on TV. Anybody with two eyes and two ears, if you listen or watch the game, you know that the fans are weak. Real quiet. Second half, I thought we came out really weak. that's the word of the day for the Liverpool team today. Very, very weak. And this could be a deciding game of why we didn't get the title, or why we didn't get as high in the table as we could have. This could be it. So not only did we lose, the 25 game unbeaten match is, or 25 game unbeaten streak is done. Kaputs. It's over. And so we got to start over again. Again, no wins in the Premier League in this new year. And it really hurts. And all I can really do is smile and laugh to keep from crying. Seriously. Like, this was just, there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. I got to believe Matthew will be in the next game starting. Cliven's done really well up until this point, but today he just did not have his best game for us um, in every facet. So, hats off to Firmino, hanging in there, being really physical and strong in the tackle, and getting those two goals for us. And every time they scored, I thought we would come back and at least get a draw, and maybe even win it. When they went up 2-0, I still thought we'd get the draw. When we got those two goals, I thought if we can just keep them from scoring, never did I in a million years did I think, although the momentum was clearly in their favor still, even after we scored, because Swansea showed a lot of fight today, and as I said that they would, because they're fighting the relegation. But their relegation battle seemed more important to them than our battle to win the title today. And that kind of puts it in a nutshell. Their battle for relegation or for Premier League, fighting for their Premier League lives, for them seemed more important. They were more hungry to get that than we were to keep getting points and fighting up the table. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the games, but this is unnecessary. It's unnecessary to come to the game today at home and play the way we did. Fan support or not, that we needed to come out and get this win. We needed to. We had to. This is a game we had to win. So, for the rest of the games, a bigger percentage of them are going to be at home. Hopefully that counts for something. After today, honestly, I just don't know. And that's just me being honest how I feel right now. I just don't know. We play like this against Swansea. It makes me worry. It makes me worry about any other games we play at home, especially with bigger teams coming in. So we clearly are missing Mane. While he's in Senegal scoring goals for fun, and their team looked really, really good. So that's going to hurt us, and that's just the truth. I think we're missing him more than anybody that we've missed this season. Coutinho, Henderson for the moments he was out, whoever else was injured. I can't even think right now. My mind is just so boggled from this defeat. So we got to be better. We got to be better, top to bottom, front to back, coaching, the team in general. We need to be better. The substitutions need to be better, timed better. But the players, at the end of the day, get the job done, or they don't. And today we didn't get the job done. So we'll be back the next game, which I think is Southampton. So till then.